Well, thank you, Jess, and thank you, Emily's List. I am so proud to be part of this Emily's List class. We come from different backgrounds, we've held different jobs, and we live in different corners of the country. But just imagine if we all got elected. Talk about breaking through. We would change the face of the United States Senate for years to come. Race by race and state by state, Emily's List is making sure women and families have strong representation in Washington, D.C. Just a few months ago, when I started my campaign, I didn't have paid staff. I didn't even have an office. It was me, an intern, and Emily's List. We operated out of my kitchen, and my husband would make snacks for us. Less than 6 months later, I won my primary with 60% of the vote. And as Jess told you, we've pulled within 5 points of the incumbent Richard Burr, and we've become one of the closest races in the country. That is breaking through. And that is the power of Emily's List. I would not be here without you. In fact, without Emily's List, I might not have even gotten elected to office. About 20 years ago, a group was invited from North Carolina, and Emily's List invited us to come up to D.C. to hear about helping women get elected to office. We drove through the snow to get here, and I'm glad we did. Of course, Ellen Malcolm was the speaker, and she talked about the power that women could have if we came together. One of the specific things she said has stuck with me all those years. If we all come together and invest in women candidates, we can create a better future for ourselves and for our children. We could raise money and break through if we worked and sacrificed and pulled together. It was simple, but it made me feel that women could do it. And that's because I always have known that women will do what it takes, even if it's not easy, to contribute to a larger purpose. Sometimes, as part of this movement, we're called on to make big sacrifices. And sometimes it's just a matter of giving up something small. The point is, each and every one of us has something to give. And when we do, that's the moment when real change happens. After that speech, I became an Emily's List member. And I went on to get elected to the North Carolina State House, where I championed domestic violence protection, pay equity legislation today, and defended access to reproductive health care. Now I'm here, 2 decades later, running to take that fight to the United States Senate. And Emily's List is with me all the way. It's because enough women believed in me and enough women invested in me. Instead, they chose to help women break through. They chose to change the face of the United States Senate. And because of Emily's List, that's what we're going to do this November. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for what you do for Emily's List and what you do for all the candidates.